Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and we're back today to do another episode of the 50 Stack Challenge 2, which is a challenge that is hosted by Amy with Crafty Cat. And so I have out my little box of playing cards that I've been using for this challenge. And for those of you that are new to my channel and not familiar, this is a challenge where she picks out 2 prompts every Monday, and they are opposites. And you're to make a piece of ephemera, 1 piece each for each of the prompts. And I chose to do these altered playing cards that I can use in future journals. So last week we had Rich and Poor, and these are the 2 cards that I did. And so this week what we have is Black and White. So we're going to make a card, one that features the color black and one that features the color white. So I've done a little bit of prep work ahead of time on these because I did some embossing. And my embossing area is across my craft room. It's not at this particular work table. So I had to do that ahead of time. But basically what I did is I just stamped the card with a stamp. And then for this one, I actually stamped it with black ink and then used a clear embossing on it. And for this one, I chose a newer card that was whiter because it's white, is the prompt. And I embossed it with white. So I hope you can see that. But this one, you can see, is quite aged and quite yellowed. And so I wanted something a little whiter for the white card. So we're going to do the black one first, and then we'll do the white one. Put that there. Get my sleeves up a little bit. Okay, so I have this little die-cut fairy. And I cut her out just a black cardstock, and I backed her, the back die I just cut out of tea-dyed paper so it would have more of the background color and not clash so bad with the color of the card. And then I cut out this little flower, and I cut out the word dream. And I have some German book page and some black lace, and I have a little black tag and a little black grommet. So that's our supplies, and we're going to put this together and try to make some kind of a cohesive little card out of it. I want to put the book page right here because when I did my stamping and embossing, it didn't take well right there, and I don't like that kind of open space. So I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna tear a piece of this off and put this here like this, and then I might put another piece up here. So how's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a good day. I'm filming this on Friday to be seen on Friday, so we're actually doing the correct video on the correct day. I hope to get 3 videos done today, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes time-wise. All right, so we're just going to put that on there and trim it down, and then I think I'd like to put another little piece right up here. Whoops, knocking my glue stick over. I'm just putting these down with glue stick. I think that will hold it sufficiently. start off with these two and see if that's going to be enough. I think it will be. Okay, so that's what we have. And then the flower, I want to put it so that it looks like the top of the spade is the actual flower bud. So I'm going to put it on just like that. And of course I'm going to have to use art glitter glue for that so I can get on these tiny little stems. And of course, it's not going to cooperate. Let me move that over a little bit, make sure I'm in frame. So you can see my glue not working, because that's important. There we go. It woke up. Okay, so we're going to put it right like that. And I kind of challenged myself on this one because I wanted to see how many black elements I could use without using any other color, and kind of use different textures to so you could see each piece, if that makes sense, without having to use a different color too. And then I'm going to put her right here to distinguish between the different pieces. So this is going to be let me see if I can get that up, because I'd like this leaf to be over her, I think. We might lose just a little bit of her foot down at the bottom, but I want it to look like she's kind of holding that flower. It's very warm here today. My husband's actually out mowing the grass, because it's supposed to rain quite a bit this week. Still got some glue on there, but it'll be all right once it dries. Take my glue eraser here and see if I can get that off. There we go, that's better. All right, now let's trim the edges. Get my little pieces here. I'm really enjoying this little challenge. It's fun to see what the prompts are going to be, and finding a way to use those. I like that. Okay, so then we have our word, and then we have this lace, and I'm gonna put the lace on kind of like a tab, I think. just tear this down a little bit. Kind of like that, I believe. And I'm just gonna use glue stick for that, I believe. I mean, this lace should stick with the glue stick just fine. May want to do it this way. I might put some art glitter right down this edge just to make sure that it's going to stick well. A little bit right there. Try to get it to not stick to my fingers. That's the trick, isn't it? Okay, cut this off. And then I'm going to put some little dots on that so that it raises up a little bit. I say dots, but they're actually squares. Because I think by creating some dimension behind that, you're still going to be able to, even though it is black also, I did outline it a little bit in some just tea-dyed paper because I did not want the card to show through to the back of the, or the, you know, where the letters are open on the word. I did not want the card showing through. So that's why I backed it. One more. Okay. We'll put that right across there like that. I think I want to trim that off of that 3 a little bit so you can still see it. Glue her hand down there, sticking up. Oops. That string may need to be cut just a little bit. Now I'm going to take this tag, whatever I did with it. I raked it around somewhere. There it is. And I just want to hang it right there. And so I'm going to poke a small hole. And I have a black grommet. That I might be able to get in this hole. maybe. Do I want to do that, or do I want to put the grommet in and then hang it down a little lower? That's what I might do. Let's put the grommet in. And then maybe get like a, do I have a black little bitty, no, I have a black bulb pin, but I think it's going to be too long. Maybe. Try it. Oh, that's okay. I'd rather have one of these black little safety pins, so let's try that. If that doesn't work, we'll just get a piece of black string, which I wouldn't care to do that either. That would also be okay. Oops. Lost it. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then let's go all the way around the card with some black soot. No, that's ground espresso. It's not what I want. Ooh, I need to put a new foam on this one. It's falling apart. All right. So there's our black one. So now we can work on the white one. For the white one, I have a couple more flowers that I'm going to put on here. Like that. I have this piece of fabric that's kind of like a white Swiss dot. For another piece of texture. Kind of like that. So that piece needs to go down first, and I am going to use my glue stick for that as well. it will go on kind of like that. Oops. Make sure I get my corners good. Give it a trim. These are Norman Rockwell cards. They're real cute on the back. And it's got this little boy and girl on the swing. Okay, and then what do I want to do? I want to put my flowers on next. You notice I'm not inking anything because I want it to be like white. Okay, and then for this one I have this little bitty fairy. She's gonna go right there. So let's put her down. Sorry if you heard Waylon just then. He let out a big beagle bark. He doesn't like it when his daddy goes outside without him, so he has to voice his opinion about that. Okay, now I have this piece of doily that I'm gonna put right here. Like that. Now, if I was not doing a video, I'd probably let, you know, these layers dry a little more than I am in between, but we have to do what we have to do, right? And then I also have this little piece of braille that I might put, just because it's a different texture, I might put a little piece of that. But I'm going to put the wish down here at the bottom. Right like that. Actually, I might make my tab out of this. That would work. And then for this one, I have a white tag. And a white grommet. So let's poke a hole for that. Now I do not have a white pin or anything like that, so let's see if we can get this hole big enough to get this grommet through there.
All that noise. The dog's barking in your video.
Sorry about that, guys. The dog came in here and really started going crazy, so I had to turn it off for a second. All right, so I put the little tag on there with the grommet. Got it attached. So now I'm going to, I pulled out a little bigger piece of this braille paper because I want to make my tab out of this, and I don't think the piece that I had was big enough. Hopefully this one's going to be. I'm just going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to take my little, I don't think this one's wide enough either. I can even get it in there. Nope. I could do it just a single, not bend it over, not fold it over. And just glue it together. Cut two out and glue them together. Okay. And I thought I had a piece of just white tissue paper. I'll find that in a second. Let's glue these. I was trying to decide which side I like the best. Now, when I go to use these in particular journals, I'll decide what I want to do with the backs of them, whether I want to leave them or if I want to, you know, cover the backs, which this one I would probably cover the back just so it's a writing space. Where did my little piece of tissue paper go? There it is. I think I'm just going to crumble some of this up. Kind of put it there just to create one more little white element. And to kind of cover that hard edge right there. I don't really like that hard edge so much. Okay, so I think that's got it. So there is our white card. So, and this is what the two, see this one's red on the back. So if I wanted that to be a writing space, then I would cover that with either a piece of lined paper or a piece of coffee dyed paper or something like that. But if it is going to go in the journal, okay, with a red background, and it's going to be in a pocket or something, I may just leave it how it is. So there we go. There is our black. And there is our white. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you'll check out Amy's channel and join the challenge if you haven't already. You don't have to go back to the beginning if you don't want to, or you can go back to the beginning. It's definitely up to you. There's no time limit on the challenge. You can work at your own pace and, you know, just make whatever you want to make, whether it be a piece of ephemera or, you know, a page in your art journal, whatever you would like to do. Just the point is to use the prompts and to get rid of some scraps. So I will link Amy's YouTube channel in the description box. And like I said, she does do the prompts on Monday. So every Monday she has the next 2 prompts. She does not have a published list anywhere because she does draw them out of a bag on Monday. But there are a couple of videos in the playlist where she has gone back from the beginning and given all the prompts. So definitely check it out. And